Secret anger, Garnacho reveals frustration after omission from Man United squad despite summer series triumph. By Your Name, August 4, 2025, Atlanta, Georgia. As the confetti rained down at Mercedes-Benz Stadium and Manchester United's players posed triumphantly with the Premier League's Summer Series trophy, there was one conspicuous absence both from the pitch and the celebrations: Alejandro Garnacho. And the Argentine winger's omission has not gone unnoticed, least of all by Garnacho himself. Despite Manchester United's 2-2 draw against Everton being enough to clinch the title after earlier wins against Bournemouth and West Ham, the mood behind the scenes may not have been as harmonious as it appeared in front of the cameras. While Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes stole headlines with stunning goals, Garnacho's absence from the matchday squad sparked murmurs among fans, and now, fresh comments from the player have added fuel to the fire. Speaking exclusively off-camera to sources close to the club, Garnacho reportedly expressed his secret anger at being left out entirely by new manager Ruben Amorim, despite having performed well in the prior matches and training sessions throughout the US tour. Greater than, I've always given everything for the badge. I want to play every game. Not even being on the bench, it hurts. I'm not happy, Garnacho reportedly told confidants after the final whistle in Atlanta. Garnacho frozen out. Garnacho, 21, has long been seen as one of Manchester United's most exciting young prospects, a livewire winger with pace, flair, and a fearless attitude that has made him a fan favourite since bursting onto the scene under Erik ten Hag. But Amorim's arrival this summer appears to have altered the landscape at Old Trafford. The Portuguese manager, known for his tactical discipline and reliance on high-pressing systems, has so far favoured the likes of Amad Diallo, Bryan Mbeumo, making his debut against Everton, and even academy product Patrick Dorgu in attacking roles. Garnacho's absence was particularly puzzling given his sharp form in the earlier summer series games. Club insiders suggest the decision was tactical, part of Amorim's vision to test combinations and conserve player workloads, but Garnacho isn't buying it. He feels his omission was unjustified, especially as the manager chose to hand the debut to new signing Bryan Mbeumo and start him ahead of a fully fit Garnacho. Greater than, I understand rotation. But I'm not injured. I'm fit. I was ready. You don't just leave out players who've given their all in pre-season, Garnacho is understood to have said. Amorim's brave new world. Amorim, appointed to succeed Ten Hag in a high-profile move from Sporting CP, has wasted no time stamping his identity on the squad. The Premier League's summer series served as an experimental playground for the 39-year-old tactician to test his formations, blend in new signings, and instill his pressing philosophy. The 2-2 draw against Everton was marked by standout moments: a Fernandes penalty, a brilliant finish from Mount, and a debut showcase from Mbeumo, but also disjointed spells, particularly in the second half as Amorim rang the changes. Notably, Mbeumo, who started in a dual number 10 role alongside Fernandes, was substituted at half-time. Amorim cited load management, but the optics weren't great. Mbeumo starts, Garnacho doesn't even make the bench. When questioned in the post-match press conference, Amorim was diplomatic. Greater than, Alejandro is an important player. But this is pre-season, and we have to try new things. No one should read too much into selections right now. But for Garnacho, it seems the message hit deeper. The winger's muted reaction on social media, where he is usually active and celebratory, spoke volumes. No posts, no stories, no retweets of United's win. Silence. Mount and Fernandes shine, but friction brews. While Garnacho simmered on the sidelines, United's midfield provided fireworks. Fernandes, the ever-reliable captain, converted a first-half penalty and orchestrated play with his trademark blend of vision and tenacity, including a heated clash with Everton's Iliman Ndiaye that led indirectly to the Toffees' second goal. Mason Mount, meanwhile, continued his strong pre-season with a sensational turn and finish goal that gave United a 2-1 lead midway through the second half. The match, at times feisty and fragmented, saw Amorim continue his rotation experiment. Youngsters like Dorgu, Mainu, and even new centre-back Yoro received minutes, as the manager shuffled his pack for one final rehearsal before the competitive season begins. But Garnacho's exclusion raised eyebrows among analysts. Greater than, you don't bench that kind of talent without a reason, said former United striker Louis Saha on MUTV's post-match panel. If there's something going on behind the scenes, it needs to be resolved quickly. Selection politics or tactical evolution. Amorim's squad selections throughout the tour suggest a philosophical shift. He has relied heavily on pressing forwards, disciplined midfield shapes, and a narrow 4-2-2-2 system that leaves little room for traditional touchline wingers like Garnacho. Whether this is a long-term move or just a pre-season experiment remains unclear, but sources close to the squad say Garnacho has grown increasingly concerned about his role, or lack thereof, under the new regime. He is not believed to be seeking an exit, but frustrations are simmering. Talks are expected between the player, his representatives, and club hierarchy before the season opener on August 17 against Arsenal. What's next? United return to Old Trafford this Saturday for the Snapdragon Cup clash against Fiorentina, their final pre-season fixture before the Premier League curtain raiser. All eyes will be on whether Garnacho is reintegrated into the squad, or whether Amorim continues to ice out one of United's most explosive attacking options. For now, Garnacho remains professional but wounded. He was seen training separately on Sunday morning, opting for a solo session in Atlanta while the rest of the squad travelled back to Manchester. Sources within the club say the player declined media interviews and skipped post-match team gatherings. The official line: managing fitness. The unofficial sentiment: something isn't right. Fan reaction: United fans have been vocal online, with #FreeGarnacho trending on X, formerly Twitter, in several regions following the match. Reactions ranged from concern to fury. Greater than at Redeville, "You can't treat Garnacho like this. Kid bleeds for the shirt. Disgraceful decision." Greater than at United Faithful 98, "Amorim needs to clarify this. Dropping Garnacho while Mbeumo starts his first game. Not right." Others were more measured. Greater than at Tacticom UFC, "Could be tactical. Amorim's systems are demanding. Maybe Garnacho is being eased in. Let's not overreact, yet." Potential repercussions: if Amorim cannot manage the expectations of key young players like Garnacho, the harmony within this talented yet delicate United squad could begin to fray. With Jadon Sancho still in exile, Marcus Rashford recovering from a knock, and Mbeumo needing time to adapt, Garnacho's presence could prove vital. But will his pride, or Amorim's principles, get in the way? For now, Garnacho waits. Frustrated, focused, and not afraid to show it. Manchester United's US Tour. Match recap. Game 1, Manchester United 3-1 West Ham. Game 2, Manchester United 2-0 Bournemouth. Game 3, Manchester United 2-2 Everton. Total points, 7. Summer Series champions. Upcoming fixtures. Versus Fiorentina, Snapdragon Cup, August 10, Old Trafford. Versus Arsenal, Premier League opener, August 17, Emirates Stadium. Stay tuned for updates as tensions brew beneath Manchester United's sunny US success story. Garnacho's future in Amorim's plans could define United's season before a single league ball is even kicked.